everyone, so today we are shoveling more rocks, but this time in my backyard. This is some pre-work footage. You can see I have some stuff already planted, and I've got this huge dirt space just in front of my deck where grass doesn't grow and it just gets super muddy when it rains. And so we've been wanting to add some personality to our backyard, and so we figured we'd start, where we hang out, which is our back deck / patio area. And so this is just like, you can see, dirt, and it gets really gross. These are the Japanese yews I'm going to be planting, and this is my hori knife. Because step one is getting rid of all that extra grass, kind of by that lemon tree you saw. This isn't the most efficient method, but I wasn't going to get like a grass ripping out tool just for this one job. And so the hori knife made sort of quick work out of the small space I needed to rip grass out of. That took a few days. After that, it was just cleaning up the area. That was actually the hardest part, was the ripping the grass out. If you can believe it, the shoveling rocks was easier. And then I'm just like raking it clean and kind of spreading the dirt around because it's a little uneven. So just trying to level it out a little bit. This is the landscape fabric all laid. All I did was I bought a big roll at Lowe's and just rolled it across straight and put those fabric pins to hold it. Super simple. We're stamping down sand right here for the pavers we're gonna put in. And so you have to tamp out the sand like that first, and then you can lay your pavers on it because it needs to be level. So that's why you have to tamp it. And with the pavers, they're about 13 or so inches apart to get good spacing and coverage across the area I wanted them to cover. Basically what I do is I pour one bag of sand in 2 spots, so 1 bag per 2 pavers, and then kind of do it roughly in a 24 by 24 inch square and put the paver on. That's basically it. This is old footage of my husband moving rocks around in our front yard because I didn't get any for the backyard because it's the same exact process. All it is shoveling rocks, putting them in a wheelbarrow, and then pushing it into the backyard and dumping it, as you can see here. And then spreading it around all those little piles. It's just this 1,000 times over and over. It's not super interesting. But really, it only took us about a day to do that work. I'd say I did most of it because my husband has a traditional 9 to 5. But gosh, like a day and a half of shoveling and dumping rocks and spreading them around, and this is what we got. We actually had a ton of extra rocks, so I did this garden bed here on the left, you can see under that window. We weren't going to originally do that, and we were able to, which is kind of cool. So now it's this big cohesive space, which is pretty neat. And we used half inch Texas black is what it's called, the rock. And it just has a great look, and it's really dusty in this shot, but after it rains a few times and over time in general, it'll get darker and darker, like it'll wash off and clean off. But that's it. That's like our cool backyard zen rock garden, and there you go.